So, I have had a very interesting beginning of 2023. My birthday is Monday, and I will be 43 years young. And I have seen and dealt and been through a lot in my life. And you know what? I don't regret any of it. It's all been learning lessons. The mistakes I've made, the hurt that has been given and done to me. I'm learning to not look at it as hate anymore, but to look at it as a lesson, because what everyone fails to realize and what everyone fails to see is, I'm sorry, I need like some kind of binaural beats or something behind me, some kind of I need something, meditation music. I need something. Give me a second. There we go. And I'm just riding, taking care of some business and some things. And, you know, there's some weird guy on YouTube who's, you know, I have no idea who he is. He's got several YouTube accounts and has had them for, I guess, well, I don't know if you know, has had them for some years of time, but it's like crazy that all of a sudden it on, you know, particular videos, my comments are being like targeted or whatever. And you know, I've never been a small person. I didn't come here little. I wasn't a little baby. I wasn't a small child. And you know, I've just never been. My mom always called me her little Amazon princess and her Amazon queen and this and that as I grew up or whatever. And baby, I know I'm not small. And it took me a long time to embrace that and to be okay with that, to accept my size and accept who I am, and to work on the things that I can change. And he has really targeted me for some reason and just really talking shit about me, but I don't care. But that's neither here or there, because what he sees in me as negative things is what he sees in himself. If he can point out all my flaws, then these are flaws that he has in himself, because we are all reflections of each other. And me, I choose to look at things different. And it's not that I am blind to anybody's flaws or anything. I just know that God created us perfectly imperfect. I know that we were created perfectly imperfect on purpose to come into this world, into this realm, into this 3D environment to experience this experience. Because we all have spirits, but everybody doesn't have a soul. And I am an ancient soul. And I know that. I know who I am. But I don't hold these flaws against people. I think these flaws are what make us unique, make us beautiful, and make us who we are. And that we grow from these flaws. And as we grow and we evolve, our flaws change and grow with us. Because it is an ever-evolving process of growth. An ever-evolving process of learning who you are And it's not about learning who you are on this 3D reality. That's a part of it, but it's about learning who you are on a spiritual level. And for those that have a soul, on a soul level. And if you don't understand that, just keep going on your journey and you'll understand. So my thing is, we have so many issues in our world today because, and I'm talking about myself. I'm included as well, because we are so worried about what other people are doing and how other people are moving, and not about ourselves. And this is something that I had to learn and I had to realize, and I just learned and realized this. But at some point, how other people move and how we move and things we do affect other people. So we do have to be conscious of that. We do have to realize that, yes, what we do is our business. How we move is our business. And we, in all honesty, don't have to explain anything to anybody. But if it affects or impacts somebody else's life or their well-being, you know, and when I say impact their life, I don't mean like life or death or anything like that, or, you know, how they feel and you care about them, then you take the time to talk to them. You take the time to explain it. It's not even about going into detail or divulging all the details, but giving somebody enough answers that they can be like, oh, okay, well, I get it, I understand, you know, no problem. But we don't do that. And I'm sorry if this kind of seemed like kind of all over, but I'm sorry, I just saw this thing. But I'm getting so many downloads and revelations that it's like it's coming fast, and I'm just trying to get them out. And it's like how this matrix and this 3D reality has been set up, and how they have changed things from how it used to be. Our family structures are so jacked up that the morals and the things that we used to hold close and dear and value to us are no longer exist. Because I am a person who I stay to myself. I don't go out like that. You know, I really don't. If I do, it's because it's for a reason. You know, it's a particular reason that I'm going out. I'm not a partier. I've never been a big partier. I've never been one that's big on gossip. You know, I'm private. I'm open, but I'm private. I share my life, and I'm open with who I want to share my life and be open with. And I don't see a lot of the things that a lot of people, especially men, complain about. And it wasn't until it wasn't until I started really working on me and healing me and trying to learn, and not trying, but learning and growing who I am, not just as this 3D person, as this person, but as a person on a soul, spiritual level, that I started seeing things from a different perspective. And I'm like, dang, I'm understanding a lot of these men and where they're coming from. I'm understanding why a lot of these men move and act and behave the way they behave. But when you have so many women doing so much fucked up shit to these men that really are trying and being genuine, then when they do come around to somebody who is genuine and who really is genuine like them and really will, now they're are so broken and scarred and fucked up that they don't trust you. And you know what? You can't even be mad. Because look at the room, and this, like, this is so sad. Look at the role models that these girls have. When I grew up, the rappers that I had to grow up listening to, like, yeah, we had Trina and, you know, we had Lil' Kim and stuff. You know, we had rappers like that and they was hardcore, but it was so much different. But we had women who spoke about empowerment. You had like Queen Latifah, you had Salt-N-Pepa, MC Lyte, you know, Foxy Brown. You had women that, yes, they showed that they were sexy, but that wasn't all that they had. They did some of everything with their rapping and things like that. The music that they putting out now, they putting out like this for a reason. And this is what these girls got to look up to. And what these girls don't even realize is this is just shit that they putting out. This is not how they really live in their life. Until you come to girls like Glorilla, or however you say her name. And then you come to girls like who else? Sweetie, or however you say her name. You know, these newer, younger rappers who out here talking about personal stuff that go on in their personal life that they shouldn't even be putting out there. Like, are you serious? Like, this is what these young girls have to look up to, and this is what they think that they're supposed to do, and this is what they're supposed to emulate. So no wonder a lot of these girls and these, well, I'm gonna call them girls because they are girls in women's body, ain't worth shit. Single parents because families ain't stay together because the breakdown of the family, breakdown of the household started many decades ago. So it's like, yeah, we broke up these people's families. The mama gotta work, or the mama gotta work, so the mama's not there, so they don't have real guidance. Because if they don't have their grandparents, and depending on the situation and depending on how they came up, it can go one or two ways. And you can tell who has common sense, who was brought up with sense, who was brought up with rules and morals and things like that. Because I don't understand how a lot of women feel like it's okay for them to want a man to do and be all these things, and all they gotta do is be pretty. All they gotta do is have a fat ass, and that's enough to bring to the table. But you want him to be your provider, your protector, to secure you, to love only you, but you out here thotting and bopping and half naked and just doing God knows what. Because you can dress sexy and seductive and stuff, but you ain't got to be half naked. You can wear short shorts, but there's a point where it becomes disrespectful. Because when you get into a relationship, it's not just about you, it's about your spouse, your significant other. You know, it's just so much stuff that I see, you know. And then I'm like, then switching over to like another thing that I saw, like women are taking accountability, you know. And I'm not bashing my sisters, but you know, I've just learned that when things go wrong, it's not always just one person's fault. Both parties play a role, because there are things that both parties could have done different, or said something different, or said something, whatever. You know, things could have been done different, that it could have turned out a different way. So it's not always just one person's fault. And, you know, there are always, excuse me, you know, there are always exceptions to the rule, whatever, you know. But women not taking accountability for things or whatever. So, like, you know, I'm on the live, and this beautiful sister is being honest and transparent. And she's not the one that's not taking accountability or nothing like that. She's just, you know, sharing her story, sharing what she's learned from it. And that's good. But I'm reading the comments in the live, and the brother asked her one question, and she danced all around it. And it was only me and maybe a handful, if that kept saying, well, you still never answered his question. And in not answering his question, for him, that was answering his question. So he made the choice that was best for him. That did not mean that he wasn't good enough. That didn't mean God was sparing you from him. Maybe God was sparing him from you because you couldn't answer the question. And it doesn't mean that you were a bad person or he or a bad person. It's just that at that time and at that moment, that was not the time for y'all to connect. So, you know, it's like, I don't know. I just see so much shit, and it's so fucked up that I would love to have companionship and have somebody that I can share my life with one day. But how things are out here and how I'm set up, I'd rather just stay to myself, because I am really seeing a huge problem is with our women. Our sisters, we need to get it together. We need to do better, be better, hold ourselves accountable more. Like, we ain't perfect, and we act like we God's gift to the world. And in a way, yes, we are, but we ain't the only one that's God's gift to the world. These men are God's gift to the world. We are God's gifts to each other. We were put here to love each other, to honor each other, to respect each other, to build with each other. And the fact that I see a lot of women that feel like men supposed to just worship the ground they walk on, they can just do whatever they want. That's bullshit. That's crazy. It just don't make sense to me, and I just don't understand it. You know, like I saw another video, this woman got a whole husband, and people was coming and talking about he at home all day. We don't know the full parameters of the story. This man could work all night. He could work overnight, so he could have a job that he work at home, especially since pandemic hit. You know, lots of jobs change. You know, people are working from home. You know, people have started businesses. You never know. You know, we don't know the full details, but we quick to jump on the man because he said he sit at home all day and he's with the kids. But you out here with an OnlyFans and you doing meetups. But we don't know the full story. We just only have what is presented to us. But we digging and making assumptions. But I'm just like, you can't make assumptions and judgments on things when you don't know the full story. And I'm just venting about a lot of stuff that I've just seen. And I haven't been feeling well. I haven't been well. I've been very sick, so I haven't been able to make videos and things like that. I haven't been on, you know, my other social medias like that. I haven't posted and things. So it's like I'm just spewing out everything that I've been seeing and making mental notes of, and it's just crazy. This world needs so much healing. It's filled with so much hate. I have a friend that when I first met my friend was one of the most nicest, sweetest persons to me. And when I look at my friend, I don't even see the same person. It's not even the same person. The energy is like, it's different. But I'm called evil. And I'm like, if you see evil in me, that means you see evil in yourself. When I don't purposely do anything anything ever to intentionally harm anyone, but nobody never want to take accountability for their actions. And when people do, it's like it doesn't even matter. So I don't know, it's just, this world is just so messed up that I am scared for my children. I'm scared for myself. I'm so scared that I don't even, at this point, I'm scared to even consider entertaining the thought of dating anyone. That's how bad it is. And I try to find the good in everything, but this world, this environment has been taken over by so much evil. Oh, our people need to go back to how things used to be, how we used to be. We used to be community. We used to be family. We used to look out for each other. We used to love each other. Even if we wasn't related and didn't know each other, we stood together. We stood for each other. We didn't tear each other down. And this is all I see that we are doing, is tearing each other down. And it breaks my heart because I love my people so much. And I don't even know how to fix it because I'm still trying to work on me. And I feel like that's the first step in fixing us, is to work on me and to encourage others to work on them, to heal whatever it is you got. Like if somebody hurt you in your childhood, face whatever hurt you. Talk about it. You ain't got to talk about it to somebody you know. Talk to a therapist about it. Our people are so anti-therapy. Don't be. Because holding it in is stress, and stress kills. We lose so many good people because of the bullshit that they've been through and things that people have done to them, and they didn't have an outlet to release it, and they took it out on the next person. So next thing you know, this mama or this father done been killed because of anger of somebody else, because they done moved on to somebody else, or somebody looked at them crazy and they ain't like how they looked at them, or they mistook something and somebody said, just any kind of reason or anything. Like, don't know how to communicate. People want to straight jump to action and not talk about things. Like, it's fucking crazy. But that's neither here nor there. One day maybe we'll get it together. I don't know, but I'm tired. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of the bullshit. I'm tired of our people acting as if they shit don't stink, or everybody shit stink. Because Andre 3000 said it best. Everybody act like they shit don't stink, but lean a little bit closer. Roses really smell like boo-boo. And I'm going to end on that note.